welcome back to my channel. Today I have a little get ready with me. We're gonna be playing with some of my favorite high-end makeup products. Now, you guys know I love my drugstore stuff. The drugstore videos are not going anywhere, but it has been very highly requested of me to incorporate a little bit more high-end makeup into the mix. So that's what we're gonna be doing today, and I'm gonna let you guys know what's worth your money. I'm all about saving money. I'm all about the drugstore stuff, but I'll be the first to tell you if a high-end product is worth it. So today's video also is sponsored by Sephora Collection, so big thank you to them for working with me in today's video. I'm also going to share with you some skincare that I have been loving. That's why I look so glowy right now. I literally just got up like not too long ago and I did my skincare like within the past 30 minutes or so. So I'm going to share with you how I get to this glowy goodness skin that I've been loving. I've really been enjoying my skincare routine, so I'm excited for it. So I hope you guys enjoy. I hope that you guys are having a fabulous week. As always, don't forget to grab a snack, and let's just go ahead and get on with the get ready with me. Okay, brows are done, of course, because the brows are kind of boring. So I'm gonna just jump right into the eye makeup, but I want to share with you guys some skincare essentials that I used this morning to prep my skin. So I first went in with the Sephora Collection Cleanse Skin Gel. This has been my go-to cleanser morning and night. I actually have been using this all over my face and on my neck as well. I've really been loving it. It's super lightweight and gentle, but it really cleanses the skin, gets any makeup, dirt, impurities, anything that you may have, and it doesn't dry it out. It doesn't irritate my skin. And I do have combo sensitive skin. My skin has gotten super sensitive over the past couple of years, and this has been working really well for it. Within the past month I've been using this. I'm almost out. I actually just bought a new one, so I've been loving that. And then once I go in with my moisturizer, my serum and everything, I will go in with this. This is the Sephora Collection All Day Hydrator. This is a Hydrate and Glow moisturizer, and I love this in the morning. I also do bring this down to my neck. You can see it just leaves my skin looking super glowy, not glittery or anything, but it is really pretty. It kind of just makes your skin look really plump and fresh, which I love underneath makeup or even when I'm not wearing makeup, because I feel like my skin looks super healthy. So I have been loving this in the morning. It's been my favorite moisturizer. So that is how I prepped my skin today. And sometimes I will go in if I really want to add some extra hydration with my Evian Mineral Water Facial Spray. I also really like this, so I think I'm going to use a little bit of this today because I'm feeling it. It's just very refreshing, and now that it's getting so hot here in PA, I'm all about that extra hydration. So, and by the way, today to moisturize my lips, I just started using this. I showed this in my recent Sephora haul. This is the Laneige Lip Glowy Balm, and this is the berry flavored one. I really like this. It's like super creamy. It's just like a daytime moisturizer. You can see it's really shiny and hydrating, but it's not sticky, and it does smell really good too. So this, I've only been using this for a couple days, but I do really like it so far. So now we can jump into the eye makeup first. I'm gonna go into the Anastasia Rivera palette. I was pronouncing this wrong when I first got this. I was calling it the Riveria palette. It's not the Riveria palette, it's the Rivera palette. But I love Anastasia eyeshadows. It's probably my favorite eyeshadow formula, and I love all the different palettes that she always comes out with. They're so beautiful, and I just figured I would use this one today because it is very spring and summery. So I'm gonna first start off by just setting my lids. I'm gonna be using a little bit of the shade right here, which is called Estate, and I'm gonna apply that all over. Just kind of like a skin tone color. It's probably like a shade darker than my actual skin tone. It's like a peachy tone color, but it's just a really nice shade just to set the primer. And I've actually done 2 looks with this palette before. If you guys are interested, I will link it below. Like, I did a 2 looks 1 palette. I really do love this palette. Picking up the shade Coastline, I'm going to be applying that right in the crease. Anastasia's formula is very buttery, creamy, buildable, and it lasts all day, so I really love it. I just love the fact that she does have so much variety with her eyeshadow palettes. Like, I feel like there isn't really one eyeshadow palette, to me at least, that looks like the other. Like, they all are super different, so I love that about them. I pretty much have almost all of them. Ever since she started coming out with them years ago, I've literally purchased like almost every single one of her eyeshadow palettes. They're so good. I'm gonna go into the shade Monte Carlo, which is like a really pretty like rose pink. I'm gonna apply that kind of on the outer crease. Gonna be taking this blue shade right here, and I'm gonna pop that on all over the lid. Speaking of favorites, you guys know the Anastasia number 18 brush is my absolute favorite. I love this for packing on shimmers or glitters all over the lid. It's a perfect packer brush. I love it so much. So I'm gonna just dip my brush in here, and I'm gonna use a little bit of my Evian spray just to really make that color pop. Look at that shade. It literally is perfection. Do you see that? It's like a pool blue. I'm going to be taking this purple shade right here. I'm going to be applying that on the outer V. I'm going to take this really lightly, kind of blend out the edges of the blue and really just focus this right on the outer V. I don't want to bring it in too far up because I still want that crease to have like that pink shade right in there. So I kind of just want to use this to blend and to deepen this area up a little bit. So I'm gonna be very careful with this shade because I don't want it to be too far up. So I'm gonna really take this shade and start packing it. And then very gradually kind of using flicking motions to blend it out. Oh, I really like the purple and the blue together. That's so pretty. See, I love that. Then with a little bit more of the shade Monte Carlo, I'm gonna take that and run it in the crease. I'm using a clean blending brush for this. This one is actually specifically the Sephora Collection Blending Crease Brush. Just gonna run that right in there. I'm just gonna take that Anastasia number 18 brush also to blend out these edges a little bit more. Do you see that color that it creates in the center when you mix the purple and the blue? It's so pretty. Oh, I love that. I'm gonna go ahead and take my Urban Decay 24/7 Perversion liner. This is just the black shade. And I'm just gonna be tight lining my upper waterline because I'm not gonna do any falsies, or just kidding. I'm not gonna do any eyeliner today. I am gonna do falsies. But I do not want that gap to show through, especially since this look is a little bit more dramatic. I want everything to be nice and dark up here. I love these liners. They're super creamy. They have a ton of different shades in these liners, like so good. I'm gonna be using a different color later on for my waterline. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some mascara, lashes, and then we'll be right back and we'll jump into the skin. So I'll see you guys in 1 second. Okay, so like I told you guys earlier, my skin is really already prepped as far as skincare, but I wanted to mention a primer that I really love, the Dr. Brandt Luminizer Primer. This makes your skin so glowy, so pretty. You could really use this on its own, and I'm just gonna do a little bit just to show you. Like, I know my skin's already like super glowy right now, but I feel like it really takes things to the next level. It's really, really hydrating. And it could also be mixed in with like maybe your moisturizer, or you can mix it in with your foundation. It's just so, so pretty. And I love things like this in the spring and summertime because I feel like, you know, who doesn't want glowy, really pretty skin? So I'm gonna jump into foundation right now. So I have here the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Mine is in number 6.5. I've been using this actually like non-stop and I really, really love it. I actually should have bought a new one during the sale. I'm probably gonna actually make another order, but I'm just obsessed with the way that this makes my skin look because again, it's very luminous, really, really nice coverage. I would say it's like medium to buildable, which I love. It's just very fresh and long wearing. So you can just see how pretty that is on the skin. So I'm just gonna pounce this in all over. I feel like the shade might be like a smidge too dark for me. But as always, we're gonna make it work and I'm gonna be applying lots of bronzer to my chest. So we're good. See, it just evens everything out so nicely. I discovered this foundation last year because of Kathleen Lights, and ever since then I've been obsessed. And by the way, don't mind the hair. I just, you know, it's early. I didn't feel like doing it. It's literally, when I started filming this video, like 8 something. So we don't have time for hair. For concealer, I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer, and I have this one in the shade Golden Beige. I absolutely love the packaging on this. Like, it's literally so ginormo, it's not even funny. This could honestly double up as a foundation as well. The coverage on this is really nice. It's super creamy. It's really nice coverage, but it's like the most lightweight concealer ever. and I love that about it. And like I said, you could double this up as a foundation as well, so it's like a really nice product that you can have multiple uses for. So even though it's pricey, it's nice because you can use it for spot concealing, as a foundation, as a concealer. And I also really love the darker shade right here. This one is in Mocha to cream contour. I don't cream contour every single day. It depends on the look, and honestly I prefer to cream contour more so in the summer. I don't know what it is, but I love that cream contour bronzy look when I'm a lot tanner versus now that I have like no color. But I do really like the Mocha shade for that. So it's just a really, really great concealer and definitely worth the money. I feel like it's like a 3-in-1 type of product. I'm just gonna be blending this in. You can see just how creamy it just melts into the skin. It's so nice. For powder today, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter powder. This one is in the shade Banana. This is so brightening, so pretty. I feel like Fenty kills it with their face products. I mean, most of their products in general I love, but like their face products work really, really well with my skin. They look beautiful in pictures and they last a really long time. So I feel like if you're going out like girls night, date night, the face products are definitely the way to go. But the powder is really brightening, but it's not like over the top because I don't like a stark white under eye, but it is very brightening. So it just makes your under eyes look very open, very awake. So I like to just really press this in with the sponge, and you can just see how like soft and smoothing the powder is. Like I agree with the fact that it says like Pro Filter. Like, do you see that? It literally just adds like this softness to the skin. You have to use it to really know what I'm talking about, but it's so pretty. To set the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with the Sephora Collection Micro Smooth Powder. Do you guys remember when I used to use this all the time? I have this one in the shade Medium 25. I kind of, to be honest, forgot about this for a second. So I'm just gonna take this and just pounce this into the skin and really press. I love this powder. It really is like super smoothing. And for a while I thought it was going to be discontinued. I did see it when I was in stores in Sephora, so you might have to just get it in stores like to get the full variety of shades, but it's so good. I love it so much. Next, I'm going in with a current favorite. This is the Benefit Cheek Leader Bronze Squad palette. I have been loving this. I think this is a perfect palette for every single day or just any type of look really, because you have a nice bronzer shade, gorgeous highlighter, blush topper, a blush, and a contour shade. So it's like everything you need in one palette. So what I'm gonna do is actually go in with Benefit Hoola and Benefit Hoola Caramel. I'm gonna mix the two. I'm gonna bronze my skin. I've always loved Benefit's Hoola bronzer. It's always been a good like classic shade for me, and I remember everybody used to use that color. And I love how now it's like making a comeback because it really is a great contour shade. So I really love it. So I really just do this to add some color back to my face. I'm not doing any crazy contouring because it's just not the vibe that I go for. You guys know I love me just a nice bronzy look. I'm also going to be taking the same two bronzers. I'm going to be bronzing my chest as always. Oh, I love those two bronzer shades. Is this palette worth the money? Absolutely. And I'm actually going to use it today for like everything, for the contour, the blush, everything, because you really have it all in one palette, which is really nice. It's nice too because you don't have to go out and buy like a separate bronzer, a separate blush, a separate highlight. It's literally just all in one. And if you do the math, the palette is around $60. So like for these full size pans, it's like $12 for each shade, which is like a steal. I'm gonna jump back into the Fenty powder, and I'm gonna be just kind of cleaning this up a little bit. This powder also smells really nice too, which is always a plus. Like I love when my products smell good. Then I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is Coralista. It's like a really pretty like light pinky, corally, peachy shade. It's so perfect. I love this for any look really because it matches with anything, because it just gives your cheeks this really light wash of color without being too much, but like you can still see like the flush of color that it gives. I'm obsessed. So I just bring this up to the cheeks and towards the bronzer. And then I'm gonna go into this. This is a gem in here. This is the shade Cookie. I seriously wish that they sold this like in a single highlight because seriously, it's so good. I'm gonna take this with my Anastasia number 23 highlighting brush. I love this shade. It's like so wet and blinding. I love it so much. Okay, now we can jump back into the eyes really quick. Let me just do this really quick because I feel like I'm gonna forget. I'm gonna take a little bit of that cookie shade once again. I'm gonna just pop that right in the inner corner of my eyes as well as my brow bone. Just using a tiny little pencil brush. Like it matches really well with the eyeshadow as well because it's like an icy color, but like it's not too white on my eyes, which I really, really like, or on my face. Because some highlights just, they don't work well because they're so icy, but this one is like just perfect. Okay, now we can jump into the lower lashes for real. So I'm first gonna be taking, which color do I wanna do? Do I wanna do pink? Let's do this bright pink right here. I'm gonna take this with a little bit of this shade. So Bahamas and Monte Carlo, and I'm gonna be taking a definer brush and I'm gonna really press that down right on that lower lash line. And of course, I'm gonna be blending that out. With those same two colors, I'm just using a different brush to kind of smudge those out. And then for the waterline, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil, and this one is in the shade Vice. It's like a really pretty, like purpley color. I feel like it goes really well with the look. Add a couple like finishing touches to the eye makeup. Deepen this up a little bit. Okay, now we can finish off the look, of course, with some nude glossy lips. I feel like this eye look calls for it. So, I mean, any look calls for nude lips. So I'm gonna start off with my Bite Beauty lip pencil. This one is in 036. Bite Beauty does a really great job with their lip liners, and the lipsticks are my two favorite things from them. They're super creamy and they're very, very long wearing. So I'll show you guys my favorite lipstick, but this color is so nice. You can see it's just like my perfect nude. So I'm gonna line and fill in my lips. I love this shade, it's so pretty. And then over top, I'm gonna go in with the Bite Beauty lipstick. This one is in Honeycomb. Girl, if you have not tried Bite Beauty lipsticks, you're missing out. This is my favorite lipstick of all time. So nice. I should have honestly bought 2 backups because that's how good it is. The lipstick is super creamy on its own. You really don't need anything over top, but I'm feeling a glossy lip with this eye makeup. So I'm gonna go with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. This one is in Fussy. It's like the pinky one. I have all the shades, and this one is one of my favorite pinks. And I'm normally not a fan of like pink glosses, but this is like the most perfect gloss ever. You guys know these are my favorite glosses of all time. They're so good. It's just perfect. I'm gonna top this off with a little refresher. I'm gonna go in with my Evian mineral water once again. I just love the way that this sprays. It just feels so good, especially after like a full face of makeup. Oh my gosh, I love it. So this is the completed makeup look. The final thing that I did was I did go back into the Bronze Squad palette from Benefit, and I took that cookie shade with a big fluffy brush. I just applied a little bit right to my chest, and you can see just how pretty and beaming the chest is. I always love doing that now, especially when I have a shirt like this. I feel like it just completes the look. So I've really, really been loving that palette. You guys should definitely check it out, especially now that Sephora has their VIB sale. It is like the perfect time to splurge and treat yourself. So that officially completes this look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you once again to Sephora Collection for working with me in today's video. I will leave all the products that I use down below if you are interested, and let me know what your faves are from Sephora down below in the comments. Skincare, makeup, hair care, whatever it is, let me know, because like I said, we all deserve to treat ourselves, to splurge. It's always fun to do it once in a while. So yeah, thank you guys so much for everything. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.